not so much about Rwanda. It's so much how much protection Rwanda will get from Britain, from Israel, from the USA, if we decide to engage them toe for toe. That's what makes them survive. Why would, without an American protection, a Rwandan president go to Oval Office with the DRC president, Tshisekedi, to go and sign an agreement? When they come back, the Rwandan president is still continuing with his shenanigans in the forest of DRC. He knows. He enjoys protection from those people. If I were president, I will never be sheepish in front of the US attack on South Africa, never. First thing I would have dealt with properly is that thing of Rwanda of killing our people by Kagame, killing our soldiers. Till today, we have not responded to that situation. Now the report has come out. Only 27% of our soldiers are fit for purpose. It's not me. When I say it, I get insulted and be told he's putting the country at risk. We are at risk. We need to turn around the military of South Africa.
40 years, Africa has buried its sons and daughters in foreign soil. Not in Europe, not in America, but right here on African land, the Democratic Republic of Congo, a country richer than many continents, yet bleeding for decades. And now, something big has just happened. South Africa is withdrawing its 700 troops from the DRC. The United States has signed a peace deal with Rwanda and Congo. Rwanda stands accused of backing M23. And Julius Malema, long mocked by some, warned about this long ago. So the question is simple. Were African soldiers sent to keep peace, or to protect other people's minds? And even more dangerous, does Africa still speak with one voice? Or are we now divided into camps serving different masters? The Democratic Republic of Congo is not poor. It is one of the richest pieces of land on earth. Cobalt, gold, coltan. Coltan, diamonds. The minerals that power your phone, your electric car, your laptop. Yet the Congolese people remain among the poorest and most abused on earth. Why? Because wherever there is uncontrolled wealth, there is conflict, armed groups, foreign interests, proxy wars. And in the middle of it all, African soldiers wearing UN helmets, South Africa, Tanzania, Malawi, and others were sent under peacekeeping missions. The mission, officially, to stabilize the region. But, unofficially, many Africans began to ask a painful question. Who is really benefiting from this so-called peace? Julius Malema once said something that made many people uncomfortable. He said African soldiers in the DRC were being used as security guards for multinational mining companies, not guardians of African sovereignty, not defenders of Congolese people, but guards for foreign economic interests. Some said it was just politics. Some said it was exaggeration. Some said he was being reckless. But today, look at what is happening. South Africa is being pushed out. The US signs a peace deal. Rwanda accused of backing M23s embraced by Western powers. And suddenly, the same questions Malema asked don't sound so crazy anymore. Rwanda has repeatedly been accused of backing the M23 rebels. The M23 group has destabilized eastern Congo, displaced millions, and fueled endless bloodshed. Yet at the same time, Rwanda enjoys strong relationships with the United States, the UK, and even Israel. Military cooperation, aid, intelligence ties, political protection. So Africa must ask, why is one African country protected while another bleeds? And now, the US steps in and signs a peace deal. Sounds good, right? But peace for who? Peace for Congolese mothers? Or peace for mining supply chains? Peace for African sovereignty? Or peace for global corporations that need cobalt and coltan without disruption? Officially, South Africa says it is withdrawing its 700 troops as part of mission changes. But let's be honest, South Africa and the United States are not in a good political moment. South Africa has taken independent positions on global conflicts. South Africa has challenged Western narratives. South Africa has refused to be a puppet. And suddenly, South Africa is no longer welcome in the DRC security equation. Coincident or geopolitics? When powerful interests reshape the table, those who don't bow are asked to move aside. And that should worry every African. Because today, it's South Africa. Look at the picture. Some African countries align with the West. Some align with the East. Some try to stand alone. Some are trapped in dependency. Meanwhile, Africa remains the battlefield. The minerals are African. The blood is African. The refugees are African. But the decisions, too often, not African. We talk about Pan-Africanism. We talk about unity. We talk about African solutions to African problems. But the DRC proves something painful. Africa is still divided when it matters most. You don't have to agree with Julius Malema on everything, but you cannot ignore one thing. He keeps asking the questions others are afraid to ask. Who controls African resources? Who benefits from African conflicts? Who are African soldiers who really protecting? And now, as South Africa exits the DRC and Western powers reshape the table, those questions are no longer just radical talk. They are the center of the African future debate. Africa does not lack soldiers. Africa does not lack resources. Africa does not lack intelligence. What Africa lacks is unity of purpose. Until African leaders speak with one voice, until African armies defend African interests first, until African resources serve African people first, the Congo will keep bleeding, and Africa will keep paying the price. The real question is no longer about South Africa, Rwanda, or the US. The real question is, when will Africa finally choose Africa?
The support he gave to M23, and that M23 acting in a disrespectful manner they did to the South African soldiers, they knew they've got a backing of Rwanda. But now, why do you want to treat Rwanda like it's a friend, like it's progressive? There is a big problem. We have no capacity. That's why I'm not saying let's go and attack. I'm saying withdraw. Let's regroup. Let's regroup and retrain. And if Rwanda has got anything to do with this, let's go for them. Because we're not going to have Rwanda dictating to us. And Kagame speaking to Cyril the way he was doing. We know Cyril is weak, but he remains the president of our country. The way he was addressing Cyril, he was addressing us. He can't address us like that. He can't kill our people and not be challenged on that. And SADC agrees that the Rwandan army had something to do with what is happening there.
We must be clear, the deployment of our troops in the DRC is not about achieving peace. It is about sacrificing our soldiers for war that has no end in sight. This government continues to send them to die in foreign land, and when they do, their bodies are not even repatriated with the dignity they deserve. We are still waiting for the bodies, even after the Chief of Defense said the bodies will come the following day. The South African National Defence Force soldiers who passed away in the last few weeks have still not arrived home, with several delays being blamed, which is unacceptable. The families of these fallen soldiers are left waiting, grieving and struggling for answers. Our troops be brought home immediately. We cannot allow more lives to be lost in a senseless conflict while corrupt politicians continue to loot and mismanage our defense resources. Bring them back home now. This past weekend, South Africa participated in a joint SADC an East African Community Summit in Tanzania to discuss DRC crisis. We agree that there must be ceasefire, and we agree that the chiefs of the military must come together to create a clear passage of the ceasefire. Re role now by ANC, the regisite
Yes, here we are. Greetings and welcome everyone, my dear lovely family. Hopefully you're okay, you are doing well. As you heard, South Africa is going to withdraw troops from Democratic Republic of Congo. This comes after US, Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo signed peace agreement. Some commentators, activists said maybe it's because of US involvement in Democratic Republic of Congo. As we know very well that US and South Africa is not yet a good relationship, so South Africa has decided to move away from Democratic Republic of Congo. But we know that South Africa was deployed troops in Democratic Republic of Congo through SADC mission to bring peace in DRC. Since the coming of Donald Trump, South Africa and the US are not yet a good relationship, so South Africa has decided to withdraw troops from Democratic Republic of Congo. Others went far by saying that maybe it's because of Kagame. Kagame is backed by United States of America. I'm not sure about that, but those are just comments from several Africans. Of course, even Julius Malema has been spoken this issue, as you heard, that Malema has said that Rwanda is not as strong as it is. It's because of Israel behind it, America behind it, and as well as United States, UK, United Kingdom. So there's no proof on those matters, there's no proof on those things, but all in all, what happened is that South Africa is going to withdraw troops from Democratic Republic of Congo. And this brings me to share my thought when Malema spoken about the government of South Africa has to withdraw troops from DRC. Some said this is politics. Malema is threatening the security of South Africa, but Malema was ahead of us. Malema seen that South Africa has to withdraw troops from DRC. And finally, South Africa has decided to withdraw troops from DRC. Another issue that Malema has spoken is the issue of African soldiers. We have seen deployment of these peacekeepers in several African countries, but Malema went far and deep by saying that those peacekeepers are not for peacekeeping. Those peacekeepers are to protect mines of multinational companies. So through UN, United Nations, UN, African soldiers are being paid a lot of money, but not to bring peace. It is to maintain peace in the minds of multinational companies. So Africans are being used as a guide to protect the interests of the West. This is how Malema was spoken. And this brings me to know that why Malema is a threat to this Western power. And if you look very keenly, you understand that Malema is right. Look, for instance, in Democratic Republic of Congo, they have almost, I think all countries, these powerful countries, have troops in DRC, but DRC never see peace. America is there, Ukraine was there, Russia is there, Turkey is there, several mercenaries are there, UK is there, SADC is there, African Union, MONUSCO, and all staffs are there, but there's no peace in Congo. Sometimes I ask myself, how M23 strong it is? How M23 strong it is? Because some said, okay, M23 is backed by Rwanda, but you see, peacekeepers from SADC. SADC, if you talk about SADC, you talk about South Africa, Tanzania, you talk about Zimbabwe, Zambia, Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo itself, Malawi. So these 7 countries, including Madagascar, Namibia, all these are Botswana, All these are members of SADC. So it means M23 with Kagame is stronger than all these countries, SADC countries. Is it true? East Africa was there. I remember East Africa sent troops, then Congo rejected. You can see how the things of Democratic Republic of Congo is so complicated. And I think the issue is not about Congo. The issue is about resources. And behind all these things, there are these external power. And I'm very happy Trump has came in without fear, saying we want resources. You, Congo, Rwanda, come here, sign a treaty, agree that we are going to have access to natural resources, stop what we are doing there, and give us access. Give us access. That's what Trump has said. The question is, when will Africa speak with one voice? If Congo, Rwanda is not at peace, Rwanda, South Africa is not at peace, when will Africa speak with one voice? When will we come together as Africans, speak with one voice and solving our challenges? That's the question that we need to ask ourselves. But all in all, the message is clear that South Africa has decided to withdraw troops from Democratic Republic of Congo. But remember, M23 has killed several South African soldiers. More than 27 soldiers who have been killed in Democratic Republic of Congo. So South Africa has hands up and say bye-bye to the Democratic Republic of Congo. So family, brothers and sisters, if you have something to share with us, please do so through the comment section. And if you are new in this platform, make sure that you subscribe to join the big family of Make Africa Great. And if you have already subscribed, please help us to share this message to other Africans who are here in the continent. And to those who are in the diaspora, tell them that we need to speak with one voice as Africans. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa.